right, guys, welcome in. Is it the mic working? Check 1 2 3. Wow, the mic turned off again. Wow, it was on, then it was now it's on. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome back. I guess we'll start over. Man, stupid thing. All right, we got audio now. Should be good. Give it a second here, man. We're already 2 minutes into the video with no sound. It's like it's anyway. As I was talking before, the mic automatically turned off by itself. This Olawan volcano has erupted again. We're talking an event that could cool the planet down with so much emissions. So this is the kind of volcanic eruption that they talk about when they do the geoengineering. They want to mimic the volcanoes. Yeah, this is beyond a stratospheric blast. Could cause cooling of the whole planet in one volcanic eruption. Now, we've had several of these this year, not this high, close to it, 50,000 foot, 60,000 foot, but this one is up above the stratosphere, so pretty major eruption right here. So we'll see if this affects the global temperature. I guess they don't need to spray any more aerosols, any more bunker fuels, but we'll see if that's what they do. Here I got a little I got it loaded up here, and you can see it's right in here. Let me back it up a little bit, and you'll be able, here I can highlight fix the lighting here. Now I'll play it through. There it is, first initial blast. We are looking at 40 minute increments, so that thing is just a little bigger blast than the last one. So major volcanic blast there. Here, let's jump out of that. We turn off the deal here, and we'll get into the thumbnail here in a little bit. It's probably not what you're thinking. Wow, it's saying the stream is complete. Hopefully it's still going. What the heck? Man, this is ridiculous. Well, if you guys can hear me, FEMA will conduct a nationwide emergency alert test on August 7th. There's no need to lunge for the storm shelter when those annoying screeches belled out on the television and radios at 2:20 p.m. on August 7th. This is just a test. FEMA plans to conduct a nationwide test next Wednesday afternoon to ensure the system is able to transmit emergency information. Networks designed during the Cold War to allow the president to communicate with the country in an event of a catastrophe. Man, I can't talk tonight. Catastrophe. I can't say it. Holy crap. Catastrophe. There we go. Man. So anyway, yeah, always a heads up when we get these things. We don't know, later down the road this may mean something. We just don't know. Here we go. Wi-Fi may interact with signaling pathways in the brain, causing irreversible damage. The effects of repeated Wi-Fi exposure on human health have been widely debated. A recent study reviewed evidence from 23 controlled scientific studies which investigated the health effects of Wi-Fi on animals, human cell lines, and humans to determine once and for all whether Wi-Fi has detrimental effect on human health. The electromagnetic frequency of Wi-Fi is pulsed rather than continuous. This is a critical issue as pulsed electromagnetic frequencies have a larger biological impact. Well, of course they do. You know, and everything they want to do is a Wi-Fi, it's Bluetooth, and all that stuff. And when I ran across that picture of that guy, I wasn't thinking, you know, that he was getting plastic surgeries done or nothing like that. What I was thinking is the way they are pushing this general neutral stuff, the way they're pushing these Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth and all this microwave radiation, you know, the way they're doing tests on frogs to make male frogs lay eggs. I mean, it's like they're trying to turn all the males into females so you don't fight back. I think this is some kind of a study or a test on the people that's been going on for a long time, and it's just slowly getting worse and worse and worse. Pretty crazy there. Oh, did I just forget that article? Oh man, I'm sucking today. Anyway, we'll get through it. Trump orders federal agencies to ease approval of new GMO crops. This was actually back on June 11th. But they signed an executive order directing federal agencies to ease rules for approving genetically modified crops and other biotechnology. We already know the U.S. Department of Agriculture is responsible for the cloud seeding in Texas. So the order is intended to speed up approval of new biotechnology and to encourage more investment in GMO crops. What do you think all these floods were for? They're a land grab. They're to buy up all the lands and either force the farmers into the GMO crops to buy their franken food. You know, that's what part of this is about. Then we got this thing here. We got the Chinese scientists that created the gene-edited babies. So they have increased mortality, but then they will likely die young. So they are now 6 months since the world's first gene-edited babies were born in China. Researchers warned that the two girls may be more resistant to HIV, but they are also significantly increased mortality. So this gene scientist guy, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name, they dubbed him the Chinese Frankenstein. Shocked the world in November 2018 when he announced that he had created the first gene-edited babies. This is just more crazy stuff going on out here. You know, they've already implanted the human brains in the monkeys and doing, you know, breeding human DNA with monkey DNA. I mean, this kind of stuff's been going on for a long time. It's just crazy stuff out there. We got definitely some mad scientists. We seen the other night, we reported on how they gave babies AIDS, you know, just for a test. Like the kids that were in the oh man, I can't even think straight early tonight. Anyway, we got into that the other night. So now we have this 100 infected. They're having a tuberculosis outbreak in German school. Health officials have been scrambled to a school in southwestern Germany where dozens of children have been infected with lung-choking tuberculosis. You think this has anything to do with the fires going on out here? All the fires? Who knows? So a total of 109 students, teachers, and other school employees have found themselves in a grip of the disease. So now they're saying they could be contagious. And they're not going to rule out there could be new active illnesses. Now, I don't know if there's any kind of vaccine for this or, what this is all about. But it's just one of the headlines that popped through. Here's an article saying that the Gulf Stream is slowing down. This could mean rising seas and a hotter Florida. The Gulf Stream, the warm current that brings the east coast of Florida, the mixed blessings of abundant swordfish, mild winters, and stronger hurricanes may be weakening because of climate change. Oh my God, they had to have that in there. We should have known. Is there anybody out there that has seen the ocean rise anywhere? How do you tell? The crust is bulging and all kinds of weird stuff. There's like no way to get an accurate measurement of the ocean. Who knows if it's rising or falling? You just don't know. You see the ocean getting pulled out all over the place, even when there's not like a earthquake or a tsunami or something. The ocean just recedes out to nowhere. It's been going on forever. So now you're starting to see more bullet-resistant backpacks becoming the new norm in the retail stores. Yeah, they want your all this thing that's going on down there on the shooting thing. I'm not going to get into that tonight, but it's all the same thing. The long gun, the lone wolf, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, this is that collapse that killed 3 over in California a couple days ago. Wow, it's not loading up. So we had a landslide. I didn't get to read this, so I don't know what caused the land. I don't know. I should have read that. Well, we'll get into that later. We had the world's largest nuclear fusion experiment clears the milestone. So we have another thermonuclear experimental reactor set to launch in 2025. Yeah, I'm not going to read this one. Florida drinking water ranks among the nation's worst, study finds. No, I don't want to buy. I don't want to subscribe. No. Man, stupid mainstream. All right. Yeah, I mean, you look around. I bet if we go back, there was probably ads in the Craigslist. I mean, we spot them all the time. Heck, I might have reported on one a couple months ago for that area. I don't really remember. So they're saying July was the hottest month ever recorded on Earth. Preliminary data shows. I'm gonna say this is a lie. We just had Texas just reported the coldest July on record. We've had, mega snow. I don't believe this at all for 1 minute. Where's the data? Oh, this is a climate change program. Oh, they're just going from 2016. No wonder, man. It's all more propaganda BS, just like all this stuff. Hey, thanks out there. Brian, much love out there. And then we got this climate kid. They're, trotting around everywhere, talking about the, climate change. It's actually climate control. And they got her on a yacht, you know, burning all kinds of bunker fuel. This is just all, they always throw the kid out there, man. They MK Ultra the kid and send him out there to try to get the hearts of the people. And we got this coming through Kansas City. We got one of these hyper trains that'll be going like underground, above ground. Should be able to get from Kansas City to Columbia in 15 minutes, another high-speed railway. We know where this is going to hook into. We know exactly where this is going to hook into. This is going to hook into this, the inner bearing. This is going to be the one world train system, you know, just like the one world government, the new world order. It's all going to be hooked together. All the continents are going to be hooked together. It's being built. This is part of the reason they are heating up the Arctic Ocean. They're digging through the Bering Strait, putting the underground tunnels in. And here it is. Yeah, it's going to go 5 miles up into Alaska, under the Bering Strait, and then 5 miles into Russia. They're working together. There's the big core bits that they're using to dig through. So yeah, man, it's all coming. Signs of the times, they just keep coming. And hopefully I don't close out the wrong link here. So what do you do here? We're up here in Washington. What do we always say? You see the chemtrails, you see the fires. So starting today, we have the chemtrails. Let's click the layers, and we have the fires. So the chemtrails are the precursor to the fires. These are not trying to put the fire out, ladies and gentlemen. These are probably making accelerants. We see it time and time again. Whoa, that looks like a face, kind of. So we still have the heavy aerosols right here over British Columbia, and they go right up. Where they go to? Well, they go all the way up into the fire zones. You got the mass spraying operations up here where the fires are. What about over here in the Bering Strait? Oh, what do we got out here? We got like 1 million ships out here dropping bunker fuel. So we got tons of bunker fuel being deployed even below the Aleutian Island chain. And then we also have them back here in the Bajas. Let me put this so here we are. We can see the bright yellow lines. Them are all the bunker fuel being deployed. I don't know if it's going to come in good on here. We'll have to use something different here. Let me go ahead and play this. I'll go ahead and cue this up so you can see it. And you got to pay attention down here at the Bajas here. I'll go real slow. Look at it. It looks like you've got a bunch of them going in a U-shaped pattern. Then you got the tic-tac-toe boards. This is just like the aerosols in the sky, but they're using the ships. Let me try to get this squared up so you can see it better. Get this over. So right there off the southern coast of California, and then straight out off the Bajas, you got just, whoa, how'd it move? Oh, okay, you got just tons of bunker fuel being deployed again. This has to have something to do with all these storms that are firing up and steering the atmospheric river up. And then when we go up a little bit, man, this is hard to do zoomed. Hold on, I'm going to unzoom this for a minute. It's just too hard to do. And what you're going to see is here's the other one right underneath the Aleutian Island chain. Then you got another mass bunker fuel operation going right up into the Bering Sea, right where they're putting the railway in. So tons of bunker fuel still being deployed. So with all the volcanic activity, you would think this stuff would settle down, but we'll see. I mean, it'll take a few months for all that stuff to block out the sun a little more, turn the sky a little wider. You know, pretty soon nobody's going to know what a blue sky is. They're just going to be gone. They're going to be white. They're going to be filtered. Just like your local sock puppets call, they'll say filtered sun. That means you're getting chemtrails. High clouds. That means you're going to get chemtrails. Got a few aerosols going on over California. Arizona, spraying operations. Nevada, same thing. Idaho, they're not as thick today, but they're definitely everywhere. Here, we'll let that load real good. Yep. So Idaho's still getting sprayed. Remember yesterday they had the big spraying operation. Wyoming still getting sprayed. Maybe just a few there in Montana. Not bad. Of course, you got quite a few up here in the fire zones up in Canada. We kind of scroll over. I haven't even got to really look at this, so few in Texas. You know, we know they're spraying in the storms. So it looks like some of you guys might have got a little bit of a break today, but don't worry, they're going to keep seeding out ahead of this thing. You got a heavy spraying operation over Michigan. That thing's going to move right on over into New York. Yeah, we haven't played the Salad Boy clip in a while. We'll play that tomorrow. So you still have heavy aerosols being deployed out here in the Atlantic. Over Maine. Radical Rouse up there getting hammered. Montreal is getting hammered. It's not the bombarding spray that we have been seeing. We'll see what's going on down here. Are they working with this system yet? It actually looks like they're not seeding it right now, so we'll see how that goes. Let's check our wow, where'd the hurricanes go? Did the dust wipe them out again? Whoa, look at that formation. That is pretty wild looking there over Chile. That doesn't look like a normal. And here we go with them pulling the atmospheric river again. Let's go check on Iceland. They've been getting bombarded. Now I can see the spraying operations is right above the UK. Let's see if we can get that to load up. Cover your plants up, Ralph. Get them plastic. Put some plastic over it. And just like we thought, the spraying operation went over the UK, over Ireland, and now it's down in France. France is getting waxed right now. Hey, thanks out there, Susan. Definitely armor up. Put on the armor for sure, man. We're in the end times, man. All the signs are out there. Got another dust storm actually blowing towards Greece. So for some reason, the dust is blowing off to the east and off to the west, traveling thousands and thousands of miles. How's that even possible? Normally, it would be possible. So we got more aerosols over southern India. And of course, we have all the aerosols up in Russia. Russia's completely on fire everywhere. So that's just more to add in to the global cooling. They have their hand on the thermostat. Hey, thanks out there, Bamboo. Yeah, that FEMA, it's only a test, August 7th. But you got to keep your eyes on that stuff, man. You never know if, you never know when a test is going to go live. I mean, I don't trust none of these things. Looks like we may have some atmospheric steering over Perth, and we definitely have some trails down here in southern Australia, and over there on the east we got some pretty good heavy sprays. All right, we're probably done with this map. Let me just check this real quick, see what it looks like before we move on to other stuff. Whoa, what was that little tractor beam looking thing that just shot through there? Hold on, let me pause that. Wow, they're actually seeding a different way today. Wow, they really got this low pressure spinning, but it's spinning backwards. It's pushing the wrong way to push this atmospheric river up over Alaska. That's pretty crazy. I've never seen that before. Yeah, we got some funky stuff going right there. Wonder what that beam's for. That's a beam. Where's that beam being shot from? See if we can pick it up on the full disc. Oh yeah, they won't let, dude, they won't let this channel get any bigger. They keep resetting it. Once I get up above 52,000, it keeps resetting to like 51,800. It's been doing it day after day. It's crazy. I've never had them take that many every day. It's just weird. They don't want these videos to get out. The videos we did last night, them things should have huge views, and they don't hardly have any views compared to normal. They're hiding all that stuff. Yep, there's our little weird little beam thing there. So it's coming. Oh, so that's kind of traversing across the whole deal. Okay, I just want to see what that was. You never know what we might stumble across. Let's go check the tropical page. So wow, we even got another low pressure on the other side. Oh, that's still tropical depression Eric, tropical storm Flossie, tropical storm Gil. We still have the Invest 96L. We still had tropical storm Francisco and a new tropical depression 10. Let's go ahead and check the mimic. So really, we need everybody out there to share them two videos from last night. And then I uploaded over on the backup channel. I uploaded a just a straight HD version. It wasn't the broadcast. It's just a regular video of that the committee meeting thing. Yeah, look, there's the atmospheric river. 2 days in a row, it's being pulled straight up into the Aleutian Islands. Straight up into the Bering Sea, right where they're putting the railroad in. Atmospheric rivers don't just go to one spot. This thing should be swirling all over the place, but it's not. It's being completely steered. And it's just, everything that's going on is just unreal. Let's go ahead and check the tropical cyclone page. We'll just check some of the tracks real quick. Yeah, it's going on, man. All this stuff is going on. Everything that we've talked about over the years, we keep coming out with more and more evidence. And it's so hard to get people to spend 1 hour of their night looking at this stuff, listening to this stuff, to find out what's really going on, man. Our weather is not normal. And we're finding all the facts of why it's not normal. They keep pushing this fake global warming, climate change, when they're the ones that are changing the climate. You know, if they really wanted to do something about it, they would have to stop the ship tracks. They would have to stop the aerosols being deployed. They'd have to stop all the ground-based generators. But they won't, because that's not going to further their NWO agenda. Let me just see if I can get this here. It didn't look like it wanted to go to the, boy, that's, oh wow, look at that. Okay, that thing got hit with some kind of microwaves or something. Check this out. Let me scroll through this. Look, it just gets blowed backwards here. Come on, look at that. It's getting blowed away. The opposite way of the storm is traveling. It keeps trying to pull back together, but it completely gets blowed apart. And then the high pressure overrides the low. I don't think so. That's like a manufactured high pressure right there. That's pretty crazy. Oh wow, look, I don't have any see if the Canadian model's working. Oh, I don't want the hurricanes though. I want the, and I may have to reload this. What I do? All right, so according to this, we're going to get more aerosols here within the next 48 hours over Kansas, South Dakota, Minnesota, Wyoming. You guys will be getting sprayed again. Down in Florida will be getting sprayed. We're going to get into the 16-day forecast tomorrow. I'm just kind of looking at this. Look at that, another flood zone. This is where they were trying to target 2 weeks ago, and it ended up hitting right over Kansas, right in Ottawa, man. They got just inundated with so much rain bombs, and it happened twice. All right, we'll get into this much deeper tomorrow. Let's go ahead and check the earth null. All right, let's go ahead and check the polar vortex winds and temperatures, see if there's any kind of rapid heating event. All right, here, let me go ahead and change it to the temperatures. Yeah, I'm just tired, man. I cannot, been a hard day. Had a good friend die today of a heart attack. He was only like 35 years old. Had a heart attack at work. Rest in peace, Jimmy. All right, so I'm just kind of going down through the temperatures. I'm trying to look for any kind of anomalies. Going to the jet stream area. All right, we're pretty good with that. Let's go see what's going on with our jet stream. You know, what they've been doing is bypassing the United States, which they still are. There's no like ridges and troughs. They got one little area to get these storms to feed through. Looks like it almost looks like they're trying to pull moisture up to California. Like, here's all the bunker fuel operations. And we're looking at the jet stream wind, so it should be pulling some of that moisture up from all these hurricanes, but it's not. All right, let's go ahead and check and see if the sea surface temperatures are, we'll see if they're actually hotter than they were last year. Let me get the wind off here. So we definitely have a lot of heat down here in the Gulf of Mexico, in the Bajas. That little anomaly out here is starting to cool down. Where's all the heat they're talking about? That's actually cooled down. I'm not seeing any kind of superheating out here of the ocean. Let's go ahead and go back last year, see what it looked like. If it's going to load. Did I click it? Apply. Wow, it don't look no different. Let me try 2017. So it's, yeah, it don't look no hotter to me. It looks like it's actually cooler. Let's try the anomalies. Let me get it back on now. So all the anomalies, they're actually starting to move down from the Arctic where they all were. They still kind of are there around the Aleutian Island chain, but look, right out here off the coast, it's dropped down a ways. Let's go back a couple days. Wow, I've never seen it move that much in a couple days. Whoa, it was really hot. Look at that. This is off the chart hot. Back on 7/13. Oh yeah, that's what, yeah, I remember this. Okay. Look at that face, man. That's a face. There's another demon in the heat anomaly. Got the almond shaped eye. Let's get it back on now. So I'm not seeing no significant heating, man. I'm seeing more of a cooling event. Let's go ahead and see if we can pick up anything on the, I think it took the next day before we got the volcanic activity the last time it went off. Here we are looking at the carbon monoxide. East Coast is pretty nasty. There's the new fire popping off. Southern California, your air is not as good as it was yesterday. Yesterday, you guys actually looked a little bit better, but today it's a little bit worse. Oh, it's actually a lot worse. Carbon dioxide amounts are way up in California. Oh yeah, yeah. The land masses was sinking. The ocean wasn't rising. I've seen that before. Well, you know, that's what happens to you. You had like a China drop like, or Japan or something drop like 3 feet in the ocean. Some parts are rising. I mean, we can't believe anything they say. So here comes our next waves of Sahara dust. Has anybody went out and checked like something like a glass outside a glass cup to see if you got this Sahara dust in it? We do. We keep finding it. We've had it on our car. They'll try to tell you it's, you know, pollen or some crap. It's not. It's this nasty ass Sahara dust. I want to kind of backtrack to see if this dust slowed down the hurricanes over here, and it looks like they did. They both got wrapped up, but the meteorologists will tell you this dust can strengthen the hurricanes, but it don't. It makes them weaken. It like overseeds the storms. They definitely were affected by it. Remember all the talk about them saying there was going to be a hurricane pulling up here? Where is it? You got all this dust. It's always like a timing issue. Yeah, you guys got to check the notification bell every single day because they keep unsubbing people. I just found out I was unsubbed to like 3 or 4 of the channels I always watch when I can, and I wouldn't even sub to them anymore. I had to go looking. I think I'm done with that one. Okay, we'll see what this one's looking like now. We'll zoom in on any kind of big operations. So look, these storms have been firing up all year in the same area. Like all year. It's crazy. Look at the big long liners out here. You got some huge liners out there in the Atlantic over Bermuda. Yep, they're definitely spraying over California now. Let's take a little look over here. So California had a couple week break, but guess what? You had all the bunker fuel, and now you have the trails are back. Yeah, and you make sure you guys are subbed to the backup channel, man. They've been hitting me really hard on these. Every night I have to do the manual review, which screws us over on, 4 or 5,000 views, 2,000 views. We get screwed over on every day. I mean, they're just trying to hit us where they can. Yeah, California's getting bombarded, man. Now that I'm zoomed in on here, let's go a little bit closer. We'll check Northern California, and then we'll check Southern. Oh wow, 5G installers were escorted by armed response. Yeah, you should have got pictures of that. Yeah, that dust, that first giant wave of dust we got, that's what gave me this chest infection. Oh man, Nevada, you're getting waxed too. Utah, yeah, here comes the spraying operations over California. So it's back, and they're not the healthy chemtrails. There's no such thing. These are poison. See if we can get this one to load up. Yeah, I mean, one thing we got to look at now that California's had a couple weeks of no chemtrails, and now all of a sudden they're starting to spray again. You got to wonder about the fires. We just showed you tonight the aerosols up in Washington, and then now they got fires, man. They go hand in hand, just like the rain. Where there's rain, there's chemtrails. Where there's fire, there's chemtrails. Maybe one part they're using a drying agent, the other seeders are using the cloud seeding. Let's go up and look at Washington, see if we can pick that fire up. There's the bunker fuel right there, that big flume of crap right there. So let's see if we can pick it up. There's the aerosols being deployed. Now we'll see when the fire pops off. Yep, the fire pops off after the chemtrails. I can probably zoom right in on that. Yeah, I try to detox stuff, but I always forget. That's probably why I'm not getting it. I'm getting better, but it's just taking a long time. Just got to wait for this to completely load up. So yeah, you got tons of segmented sprays, and they're spraying right over the fire zone. And where's the fire pop off at here? All right, so you got all the initial trails started at night. You start going through morning, here's all the trails coming in. And then they keep spraying that area right there. And then wham, the fire, look, as soon as this aircraft did the X, right there, here's where the X is formed, and right where the fire started. Would they drop a flare out? Look, X, 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 all going right over the fire zone. Every one of these are going right over, not every one, there's a few stragglers up north, but they're going right over the fire. I wonder if I can put this on, let me turn this off for a second here. See if I can put this on the fire colors, see if we pick it up. Alright, now we should be able to see it if it loads up good enough for us. Like, you can't hide the chemtrails, man. They're there. There's no hiding it. And then when you really have it go right over the fire zone, man, that's not a coincidence. Yeah, you can definitely see that. Wonder if I can zoom in even more, just so we can see that better. Yeah, and I haven't looked into it. I don't know if it's that Tavares lady or if it's the other one that does the space fence stuff. But they were talking about invisible chemtrails. So yeah, you got fires going right there. You can definitely see it when you zoom in. Oh wow, you can actually see the fire. You can see the red of the fire. Look at that. When you zoom in this close, it looks like the trails are actually a little bit above. Look at that big liner right there. Yeah, you can definitely see that. Man, that's some pretty good footage right there. Alright guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and call this a show. I want to thank everybody out there that shares this information. Make sure you share them 2 videos from last night. Get them out. Try to get some views on them. We got to get it past the algorithms. Just keep sharing it every day for a couple days. We got to get them, especially the one on the committee. You got to get that video out. Now I'm going to play a song called Rise here in a minute, and we will I'll jump over to D Live, give away the treasure chest and all that good stuff. So much love out there. Armor up. We'll have the 16-day forecast tomorrow. Probably do a little bit less headlines tomorrow unless something crazy pops off. And then we'll just try to dig right into the weather stuff. Anyway, guys, much love. Here we go. Let's rise up, armor up, no fear, and eyes to the skies. Here we go. See if I can get this thing to work.